Hello, you guys. Thank you for joining me for this week's Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle card reading. This is for the week of May 25th. I do want to apologize. I did take some time off, and I plan on continuing on with the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle card readings. I also want to let you guys know that I'm really excited. We should be getting our Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle cards deck in print very soon. We should get the final proof back in a couple weeks, and if everything turns out to be perfect, then we're clear to start offering them for purchase. So it will be a 77 card print deck based on the app version, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys. Okay, so we're going to do our 5-card reading for this week. We always want to ask for clarity and guidance for the week ahead. Get very quiet and still. For the situation this week, we have the Auric Field card, and the emotional challenge is the wake-up call. Our solution is metamorphosis. Our coaching advice is empathic, and our potential is core values. So let me go ahead and tune into the first card. The message around this card is we might not be feeling like ourselves. We're feeling a lot of earth energy shifts. We're feeling a lot of changing directions. We're wanting to move directions, but also we're feeling a lot. Seeing as how we got the Auric Field card and the Empathic card in the same reading, there's a lot of energy going on. If you feel like you're having mood swings, you feel like you're just not yourself, then it's really important for you to do that self-care this week and focus on your energy field. Become more aware of what energy is yours and not yours, because that's the Empathic card. But also the Auric field is usually when we are picking up outside energetic influences that are negative, that are causing us to not feel like ourselves. So we need to do an energy protection in order to keep that energy away from us. So this week, lots of guidance around taking care of your energy field. So maybe you might be guided to balance or clear your chakras. Maybe you might be guided to take a salt bath. Maybe you might be guided to do visualization of a white light bubble energy in your field, or work with your angels to also clear any energy that is making you not feel like yourself. It's time to call in energy protection to shield, clear, and strengthen your aura. You may be picking up energy that is sticking to your aura and causing you to feel depleted or not like yourself. It's time to call in energy protection and clear and shield your aura. Your guides and angels are coming through to tell you to make your energy hygiene a priority. Just like you need to take a shower to clean your physical body, you also need to clear your chakras and aura on a regular basis. If you have not been doing this consistently, this could be why you're feeling weak, low on energy, and possibly lethargic. You're also being guided to not only clear your auric field, but to shield it as well. There are many ways you can do this, and one of them is by working with your guides and angels. Call on them for assistance, as well as learning energy techniques to shield, clear, and protect your aura. Another great way is through physical exercise or yoga. You're also being guided to drink plenty of water at this time. Staying hydrated will help you protect, shield, and clear your energy field. The more sensitive you are, the more important it is for you to do this. Follow this advice and you will start to feel like yourself again in no time. So there was a big emphasis on sensitive, and the more sensitive you are, and it might even feel like you're becoming more and more sensitive or more and more aware of other energies that you might not have been aware of before. So if you feel like you're becoming even more sensitive, then it is very important for you to follow this advice. Exercise is another wonderful way of clearing your energy field, releasing all the energy that is not yours. Our emotional challenge this week is wake up call. So it does feel like there's a lot of intense energy happening this week, but because our solution card is metamorphosis, that gives me really good hope that this week's energy is all about spiritual transformation as well, or just transformation in general, because we have the core values. So we're going within ourselves to find our purpose, to figure out what is most important to us. We're going within ourselves to figure out what is missing, what direction are we headed, what do we want to do, what are we longing for, what do we really desire, what is and is not working in our life right now at this time, and what needs to shift, what needs to change. Anytime we get the wake-up call, it usually suggests that something pretty significant is going on in our lives. And whatever that event is, it usually does not feel good while it's happening. But it is all about guiding us back within ourselves to really take an honest look at what we want, to take an honest look at what we are putting out into the universe, what relationships need to change, to take a look at ourselves, to where our core values are, which we also happen to draw that card this week. So this is a week of deep emotional inner work, and it has to do with following our inner guidance and doing what makes us happy, and shifting and changing and growing, and the transformation card as well. Your life path is no accident. Every event, experience, relationship, and hardship serves a purpose. Each one of these experiences causes you to grow on a soul level and evolve into your true self. Your life purpose is not just about what kind of work you do. It's about who you are as a whole person. It is how you relate to the world. It's also how the world relates to you, and if you have found meaning and purpose to life. If you're suppressing your growth or your soul's journey in any way, the universe will throw you a wake-up call sooner or later. Despite what you feel at the time you're going through this, it is a beautiful gift, but only if you stop resisting change and let yourself evolve into a life of purpose and meaning. The wake-up call can come in many forms. It can come in the form of an illness, a depression, loss, layoff, financial crisis, or a divorce. Any of these challenges can be a call for you to listen to your truth. Your challenges are a call for you to stop living your life sleepwalking and worried about materialistic, meaningless things, and embrace love, deep, meaningful relationships, and what matters to you most from a soul perspective. When you stop resisting it by running away from your challenges and instead look at them from a perspective of them showing you a new way, a new life, or a new way of being, you're going to find your passion, which also translates into your life's work or a career that you love. So that's this week's emotional challenge. In the solution, we have metamorphosis. So embrace the changes that are happening within you. That is the solution. To know that you are shifting, growing, changing, moving in different directions, trying to hold on to the past, trying to hold on to the way things used to be, just makes your transformation that much harder. But when you embrace it and you see it as new opportunities that are coming forward, because we also have to think that anytime there's an ending, there's a new beginning. It's the cycle of life. So instead of getting caught up in what we feel like we no longer have, we also need to bring our attention to looking forward to what is coming to us in a new way. It's a fresh start, so to speak. Like the caterpillar that emerges from its cocoon, you're about to get your wings. You're currently undergoing a transformation. This transformation has been taking place for quite some time. This card comes to you today to tell you that you are at the end of a cycle. Everything that you've experienced and all that you've learned is about to present itself to you in a way that causes your transformation to unfold. You're about to get your wings, so to speak. This is a time in your life when you will take all of your knowledge, your story, your hardships, your accomplishments, and use them to decide a new way to embark on your life's path. You will begin to see the beauty in all that you have been through. This transformation is a beautiful thing. Where you were once unsure, you will now be clear. Where you were once insecure, you will now be confident. Where you were once unhappy, you will now be at peace. Where you were once lost, you are now found. Your transformation will be inspirational to others, and at times they will wonder how you accomplished such an amazing feat. Enjoy this time. The epiphanies are about to be plentiful. I love that card. It's such a powerful card, and it has so much wonderful energy, and it reminds us that we go through these things for a reason. That the transformation isn't always easy, but a lot of times it has to do with our perspective. It has to do with the way we think things should be, rather than allowing ourselves to just kind of go with the flow of the way things are heading for us. In our coaching advice, we have another energy card, which is the empathic card. So again, you might feel overwhelmed by energy around you. You might feel overwhelmed by other people's energy, because it does feel like this week there's lots of emotions flying around. There's lots of soul searching, lots of challenges, lots of releasing, and lots of change. And sometimes we get so wrapped up in other people and what's going on with other people that we forget to take care of our own needs. And this week is really, really important that you really work with your own needs and listen to your inner soul, listen to your inner guidance. What do you need right now? If you need time alone, take time alone. Another message that's coming up around the empathic card is that we have outgrown some relationships. And I don't like to use the term toxic relationships, because I don't want it to sound like a victim thing, that it's somebody else's fault and not our fault. Because the truth is, we're always mirroring back to each other our beliefs. And at one time, we might have been a match with a relationship that is no longer healthy for us. But now we might have outgrown it. And when we outgrow things, we need to just learn to surrender and let it go and release it, rather than thinking of it as this person's bad. And, it's okay to be honest about how you feel in the relationship, but also know that you have inner growth as well. You have something that person is teaching you that will help you shift and grow within yourself. So learning to let go and release the judgment of the situation. That message did come through around the empathic card. So what that's telling me is that if you don't feel like yourself or feel good around certain people this week, that's your inner guidance telling you that maybe you need to take a step back from that person, and that it's okay for you to let that person go for now, and maybe you've outgrown them. But also just learning to be aware of what is your energy and what is someone else's energy is really going to be important for you this week. You may be confusing other people's energy with your own. This card shows up for you today to remind you that you are a highly sensitive person. It's easy for you to get lost in the emotions of others. You have the amazing gift of compassion because you can energetically walk in other people's shoes. It may be easy for you to get confused about what is yours and what is someone else's. You may find yourself being easily distracted by other people's problems. If you're not aware of this, you could even take on the energy, emotion, and problems of other people. Everything is made of energy, and you can read it in a very powerful way. This is truly a gift. At the same time, if it's not used correctly, it can feel like a curse. You're being asked to pay special attention to your unique ability to read and feel the energy of the people, situation, and events around you. Learn about this gift, seek out the guidance, read books, and develop it in a way that you can use for the highest good of yourself and those around you. You are not doing anyone any favors by taking on their problems. You can only help people by guiding them gently and lovingly within themselves to listen to their inner voice. You can neutralize the tendency to absorb others' energies by setting a powerful intention to be aware of this energy but not to take it on. Do energy checks often and ask yourself if this emotion or feeling is yours, or if it is a product of your environment or the people around you. Your intention creates your reality. Be willing to let go of all that is not yours. Send love to it and gently release it. You have your own emotional energy that needs attention. Don't confuse other people's energy with your own. So a big message that really stands out of this card is that you have your own emotional energy that needs your attention. So pay attention to your needs this week. And again, more soul searching with the core values card, which is follow your heart and make your values a priority. So if you are in the midst of making a very, very big life decision, if you're in the midst of making a decision that's life-changing, or even just making a decision that's shifting you in a different direction, which it feels like there's a lot of that going on energetically this week, before you make your decision, I want you to ask yourself this question. Is it in alignment with my core values? Is it in alignment with what will make me the most happy? Is it in alignment with what my soul needs and what I truly want? Sometimes we make decisions based on fear, and we choose to go a direction that is not for our highest good, and it's not healthy for us, and we do that out of fear because we think it's what we have to do or what we should do or it's the right thing to do. This week, the energy is all about following your inner guidance and going with your core values, because that's being kind of pulled up from within your soul right now. All that is feels like intense energy coming forward that's giving you no choice but to really listen now, because it's getting louder and louder and louder. If you're not making your values a priority, you may feel an ache or a pain in your heart that's causing you to feel somber, sad, and like something is missing. You may not be quite sure what it is or what is missing. This is your heart trying to tell you something. It's time for you to listen. Listen carefully to every feeling, sadness that you have. Every feeling and every sadness that you feel, there is a message behind this pain. This pain is causing you to ask the question, what is it I truly need? There it is again. This message around what do you truly need? What does your soul need? It's coming up big time this week. What do I really want? Or am I ever going to be happy? If you follow your heart, you're going to feel an abundance of joy and love radiating from you. This card comes to you today to tell you that something may be missing from your life. Are you working too much? Are you stuck in a relationship that makes you feel alone? Or are you stuck in a job that leaves you feeling stressed, overworked, and underpaid? Whatever the situation, the message that you need to know is hidden behind your pain. So take some time out to feel what you need to feel and allow yourself to express what you need to express. If you continue to suppress these feelings and emotions, the pain will get louder and louder, and eventually it will become unbearable. Take some time to journal, meditate, and listen to your heart. This card is a sign that things are getting ready to shift for you if you will only follow your heart. Make your values a priority, and everything else will fall into place. You know, overall, the energy does feel really good, but it can be really intense for the week as it pushes us to move in a new direction. But the new direction that we're moving into is exciting and is what we want, and it's what we truly need. It's just scary sometimes to take that leap of faith and surrender and move toward that. But it's time. So this week, listen to your inner guidance. Ask yourself, what do I need? What is calling to me? What needs to change? That is all about the energy of this week. Thank you so much for listening to this week's Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle cards. My name is Kelly T. Smith, and as always, you can find me at www.intuitivelifecoachingwithkelly.com. Thanks again.